Well, boy, like you, we are all heartbroken and simply at a loss for words when it comes to what is unfolding this week in Texas. The most recent school shooting, which is one of the worst in our country's history and the worst in Texas history, is forcing many of us to have some really tough conversations with our loved ones, with our children. This afternoon, Dr. Brenda Lloyd Jones from the University of Oklahoma is here to give us expert advice on how to navigate, the conversations, how to navigate processing something like this. We have a couple of viewer questions, both of them surround this, so I want to jump right in with our first one. It comes from Tina. And Tina says, my heart breaks for the families of the children who died in the Texas school shooting. Can you tell me how best to respond to my 8- and 7-year-old children who have questions about what has unfolded?
Yes, you're right. Our heart goes out to the families for sure. I have been using the ABCs that I've constructed for talking with younger children about tragedy, and I've gotten quite a few calls from educators and parents. I say letter A is to answer the questions your child asks. And then avoid long, lengthy, complex scenarios, okay? B is to be ready for their questions and base your answers on their developmental age as well as their developmental level. C is to continue to check in with them to see if they are okay, as well as to comfort them by ensuring that you are available always should they have questions later. Here's the heart of the matter. It is important to know that they pick up on your emotions. They are emotion detectors. So be ready for questions. Let them know that you are doing all that you can to make sure that they are safe, and certainly comfort them.
On the flip side, Erin says in wake of the shooting in Texas that she feels helpless and worried about sending her kids to school. What are your thoughts on that? How can we calm nerves of parents right now?
Yes. Erin is authentically expressing the sentiments of parents nationwide in light of the recent shootings in Buffalo, New York, at a grocery store. Also, Laguna Woods in California at a place of worship. This recent shooting in Texas has caused parental anxiousness and anxiety. And here's what I'd like to suggest. Parents have agency. We have agency, and we can check with our local schools to make sure security measures as well as protocols are in place. We can also reach out to other parents for support through our parent-teacher organizations and association. Provide support to one another. And finally, use personal therapy measures. For example, I like self-talk. Remind yourself that you are taking every necessary precaution and that you are now hugging tighter and longer your children before you send them to school.
Great advice today, Brenda. Thank you. Good to see you today. And if you have a question you'd like for us to talk about next Thursday, you can send your question in right now by email to therapythursday@griffin.news.